Hey guys, it's Bianca Sophia. Now this voice recording is actually from May 7th, so 5/7 this year. So it's a little bit late, but better late than ever, I guess, right? And not to mention, I've been really, really busy. Like tomorrow's my daughter's birthday, and so it's just been crazy around here. I'm also going to add a recording from last night or the night before. I can't remember. Was it last night? Okay, it was from last night. It was a channeling, which I'm going to put after this that ties into this. And that's what it's what reminded me of this recording. So you'll see how it ties together. Hey guys, it's Bianca Sophia. If you can hear my throat, it sounds like really weird because of, I don't even know why. It just, like, I had pain in my left jaw, like, where I have my scar, and then I have just pain everywhere, like on the left side of my face, like especially my jaw and my throat. They're just like irritated and in pain, and I know like there's a lot of distortion there. Like there's a lot of things that happen in that area, like, and not just my physical body, but all of my other energy bodies, and all the other versions of me that are out there. So I wanted to hop on and talk about something really interesting. Let me see here. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to pour juice and do this at the same time. And apparently I have a problem with that. Okay, so I started thinking about something because whenever, like, I don't know, like, whenever I feel more merged with my Kalo, like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, I see more of him, like, in how he acts and his way, the way his personality is and his characteristics, like you know, the little the details about someone. But like when you're like a human looking at an archangel, this is different, you know what I mean? And I'm seeing, like, more and more as time goes by, him becoming, like, more human. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is so weird. Like, no one like wonders about the other side of this. Like, think about it. We're ascending to our higher selves, right? But our higher selves are descending in a way, right? They have to come down to you. So as they come down to you, they become more human-like. Do you see what I'm saying? And no one's even looking at it from their side, from their perspective. Like, what is their perspective on this? Like, as they're integrating, because I think this has just begun. This has just started. So, like, what is it like? I want to know. I swear, I'm gonna try to do a session in regards to that. But I feel like he's not gonna want to do that yet because I feel like he's learning this stuff on his, like, it's all new to him too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's going to get all candid and be like, yes, this is how I feel. And I don't think he's going to get candid like that quite yet. Because this is kind of, I think, overwhelming for him too. It's overwhelming for all these angels that are kind of emerging or, you know, merging with their human aspects, like their twin flame. Like, you know what I mean? It's just weird. I love it though. It's so very interesting. You know, because we're always worried, like, wondering about how are we going to handle this? How are we going to handle this ascension? But what about those that are coming down to us? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do they run a risk? Is there any risks here of them, like, falling again? Do you know what I mean? Not falling, but, like, getting lost in the human, you know, condition again, you know, like coming down here and, like, saying, oh, wait a minute, I like this. I like the way this feels. Or, you know, the pleasures of humanity or the pleasures of the physical, you know what I mean? But I feel like that's, like, why we're doing this, because in 5D, like, we're going to have these bodies, they're kind of still going to be physical, but they're going to be, like, crystalline. So they're going to be, like, the most physical a body could be, but still being able to bask in the pleasures of a human being, of that physical vessel, you know what I mean? See, my head goes really deep sometimes. Okay, so now I'm going to add the channeling from last night. Michael L. wants to come through. Just give me a minute, though. He wants to speak. Hold on. I'm going to pause it, and then he'll come on after I meditate here for a couple of seconds. Hold on. Hello. I wanted to come on. Pray, Bianca. she's really, really, really fired up right now because we are in the middle of a spiritual war. And things are happening that are, at first, they sting a little, right? And then she laughs about it because she sees this for what it is. It's a game, right? But yes, games can run into some, there can be glitches, yes, in the game. There can be problems in the game. There's booby traps in the game, yes. So, know that, like I've told her before, it's not over by any means. It's not going to be just smooth sailing. We're not going to ride off in the sunset just yet. I would love that, believe me, but we have a lot of people that need us still. Yes. She did a recording right before this, but I don't think... I'm gonna have her edit it and put maybe bits and pieces of it in this video where how she killed a fly, another fly that and remember how she said to be a fly on that wall, right? Are they using flies now to spy on me? And yes, they are. That's exactly what they're doing. So I'm gonna have her play that part there where she killed the fly and it died, and then it, right in front of her eyes, it came back to life and flew up again. And she could not believe it. It came back to life, right? This is their magic right now. It's weak. It's weak. It's very weak. And it's funny because that same fly was the fly that was on her tarot cards that she was... It's like she saw this fly on her cards and it flew away. But for some reason she decided to use that deck anyway. Now, she was asking about myself, Archangel Michaela, and the future position said the Three of Swords. Okay. And the bottom of the deck was the devil. The overall energy of the reading was the devil. So, it's quite the pickle. You see, in my lower aspects, our twin brothers, Archangel Michael and Archangel Halo Lucifer. So, let's try to remember that, yes, we severed those ties and those cords, but you have to remember that there are also altars still running around. Other versions of you that have been made, like altars, like I'm speaking of, clones, cyborgs, half human, half being of another star system. There's many of them. And so some of the altars are not. They might have like Bianca's mentioned before, they'll have maybe 1% of our consciousness in them, and then the rest is either soulless or there's entities attached there. These distorted beings that are out there, this service to self factions. Sometimes when they die, they're not allowed to reincarnate, so what do? They attach to other beings. And if they find a Archangel Halo Lucifer clone, right, they will attach themselves to that. This is very, very, very complicated, very intricate, and it goes very deep, and it's It's insidious. Yes. And it's really too hard for the human mind to understand it. But a lot of you are really smart, and you're getting it, which I'm very surprised about. But I'm not surprised at the same time, because the ones that are getting are me, aspects of us, of the Archangels, my brothers and sisters. So, this is why I mentioned to Bianca that this is not over. There's still a lot of cleanup to be done, right? They're using the service to self factions are using their magic, the only magic that they have left, because they don't have their stronger magic left. This planet vibrates at a place where that is not allowed anymore. It is not allowed anymore. This vibration, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So what they are doing is stooping to the level of little spells. They're going to try everything they can to get to you guys. And the ones listening to this, you know who you are. You need to be careful. Don't let these distortions fool you. Okay? Don't let them fool you. That's why it's so important that you do that script. Keep shielding yourself. Okay? Please. Please do it. I'm doing it. I'm asking you for your own protection. Help me help you. Yes. Please shield yourself and do the script. Please. It would make our lives so much easier. Or this experience so much easier. This game so much easier. So, this distorted view version of myself, or I'm sorry, I could say of myself, it was an aspect of Halo Lucifer coming through. Because Halo Lucifer's higher aspect is getting closer and closer to Bianca, right? So, and the good version of him, not the darker version of him, right? So, Bianca was surprised to hear a dog running in the backyard. And she said it sounded like that sounded like a really big dog. Like, when a dog's running really fast and it stops, it's like, you'll hear the paws going, like, dum-dum-dum-dum, right? But it was really loud. It sounded like a very big dog, yes. And she also heard it growl, like, "Rrr." We like just to do the sound effects because it adds to it, I think, right? Remember, she's my twin, so we're a lot alike. So, and I put into her head right away what that sound was, which is hellhound. Hellhounds are real? Yes, they are very real. Like, I made a joke, but not so much a joke, with Bianca about that show Supernatural. Because I'm like, you've had your training. And she's like, what do you mean? I haven't had any training. And I joked to her, or Halo joked to her, or Michael joked to her, I can't remember which one. One of us mentioned, what do you mean? You've had your training. Why do you think we sent that young man to you? And he kept recommending Supernatural for you to watch that show. And I believe there's hellhounds in that show, I think. Because Bianca did watch it, so I'm going back through her consciousness, rewinding. And yes, there is hellhounds, aren't there? And do you remember who in that TV show was in charge of the hellhounds? Excuse me. Yes, Aleister Crowley. Or Alistair, right? In that show, they make Alistair out to be a good character, a good person, but that's what they do. They try to, turn the good bad, the bad good, and distort all of it in the middle. Yeah. I just want you to keep that in mind. I'm not giving you the answer, but let me just tell you that Aleister Crowley is flying around here. The real Aleister Crowley is essence. I can feel it. I can smell him. I can sense him. Right. But I think I'm going to stop there and let you guys dig into that one. I know. Oh, it's like, after that, I was like, what? What? Are you kidding me right now? Like, all of that, that bomb that you just dropped, and that's it? That's all you're going to share? So listen, I have to add a couple more voice recordings to this because I forgot the story goes on. And it all connects, and you'll see how it all connects. So I took a nap. I woke up, and then like I did, the shielding and the script, and I did that script like really like with so with much conviction. What's that damn word? So much feeling behind it. You know what I mean? Like I really like I was like not upset, but I was like I don't know, freaking like getting that Avengers outfit on, right? And remember, it's not Revengers, it's the Avengers, right? I love that. So I was like, I stayed in my sovereignty with such conviction. I cannot think of that damn word, but at the same time I can, because my brain is just so full of so much crap right now, so much stuff. But I was like, stayed it with such authority and such reverence, right? Like, nobody's gonna F with me, Like, yeah, you can send all the flyers you want and do all this crazy, stupid shit, weak-ass magic, but it's not gonna work. It's not going to work, so fucking stop. Before I let Michael fucking, just poke you out. Because believe me, he wants to. But I'm always like, Michael, I'll take it easy on them. But if you keep fucking with me, it's over, okay? So I apologize if I just made you guys go deaf. But I'm starting to feel the way Michael is. Like, he's done with this shit. He's done. He's so over it, right? So anyways, I just find that interesting that I did the cards, and then listen to this. So as I'm in the middle doing my shield, Michael appeared, but he was like this. It was like a distortion of him. I knew it wasn't him. And right in the middle of my shielding, he takes the sword out and he stabs me in the heart. And I was like, I rolled my eyes because I knew it was a fucking distortion, right? I was like, is this ever gonna freaking end? Because it's really starting to annoy the shit out of me, right? And it's like this damn like little magic tricks that they have left. It's like they're still trying everything they can, and they're going to, because remember, like, this is it for them. Like, it's either that or they're dead. They're gone. They go through a regenesis, and they're recycled through the Grand Central Sun, and they have to start over with completely, new memories and all that. Well, our memories will be wiped forever. Like, they won't ever get them back. So this is it for them. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna just give up. They're not gonna just. And apparently, Michael tells me that myself and my twin, we both have a. Hey, little bitch. Oh, I got him. I just killed the fly, you guys. I just killed another one. Sorry, guys. How does it feel now? Now you're dead. Not cool, huh? Stupid bitch. Sorry, guys. I remember how earlier I was like cursing too. I feel like that was, I don't know, like a little part of me, like the future version of me, like coming in to yell at people or something. I don't know. But I'm talking like that now, though. Shut the fuck up. It just got up again. I just killed it. It was dead. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Really? Is this for real? This cannot be real. This cannot be real. It was dead. It just got up like it. Dude, it just came back from the dead. I swear. It was on its back, like dead. And now it's fucking. You fucking little bitch. You fucking weak ass bitches. I swear to God. You know what, Michael? Like, seriously, just go for it. Go for it. Fucking put their lights out. Seriously. No. Forget it. I don't want to see. I can't do that. That's not me. I can't. Oh my God, you guys, it's just crazy. And at least you're my witnesses to this crazy shit. You heard that, right? Unfucking believable. Unbelievable, you guys. It's like these things just appear and appear and appear and appear. Okay, so listen. So what else I heard and seen? Okay, so after I shielded myself and everything, Michael was like, appears like, that was not me. I'm like, yes, clearly. I'm like, I can tell right away because like, it's like, it looks like him, but it's not. It doesn't look like him at the same time. There's like an evil part that's coming through, right? Like I can see like, how do I explain this? Like the smile on this Michael's face is not normal. It's like evil, right? And not even as evil as like as Archangel Halo Lucifer can get. This is like really like psychotic smile, like Charles Manson smile, like that smile, right? Just psychotic, right? Like, and the only person that comes through psycho like that is an altar, right? So someone's altar is doing this shit, okay? And they probably don't even know that they're doing it. So that's why I have to like kind of calm down and just chill, relax. Let's take a breath. Let's look at this from a different perspective. You know what I mean? Michael's like, I don't want to look at it from another perspective anymore. I'm done. But like I said, I'm the Divine Mother and I have to be gentle, right? Like, because like, so it's to Sophia's point of view, these are all her children. They're all her children. And you wouldn't put out your child's light, right? Even if it was a bad child. Especially if it's a child that's under programming. That altar is not even really them. You can't punish them for that. Do you know what I mean? Especially, you have to understand, you guys, these, you know, Archangel Lucifer, in the beginning, he came into this game to try to wake people up. That was the whole point of this happening, apparently. Like, he came to bring a little bit of darkness into the game to wake people up, so people would understand, you know, you can't avoid your dark side. You cannot, because what will happen is your dark side will catch up to you sooner or later. You can't just push it down. It's going to come back at you. And that's what happened with Lyra, you guys. The first planet in this universe. Yeah, I guess you could say the first planet in this universe was called Lyra in Vega. Ah! Is there another fucking fly? Are you kidding me? These fuckers are everywhere. They just come. And they're like diving at me. See, what the fuck are you doing? This is crazy, you guys. He's like you know how there's those birds that like dive at people? Like that's what this fucking fly is doing right now. He's diving at me. What are you doing, you dumb bitch? Seriously. What are you doing? Go away. Stop this nonsense now. Stop it. Stop it. I'm fucking yelling at flies now, guys. Oh, so listen. So after that whole thing happened, Michael all appeared and told me that, you know, it was a distortion, but I knew anyway. I'm like, I know. But I was like still hurt that like this is still going on. It's just like, oh, I feel like it's never ending. And then he's like, do you understand why you and your twin, you have to be completely healed and this all has to be cleaned up before you come together? Because if you guys come together, and this shit happens, these distortions are allowed to come through, you're gonna be constantly in heartbreak because you're gonna constantly think that that's your twin doing that to you, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's someone trying to pretend to be your twin, or you know what I mean? Okay. Or there's an altar there that is still attached to us. Because remember, we have altars too, because we are from these other lives that are trying to come in through here too. And they don't have ties to us anymore, but it's because we are them. You know what I'm saying? They can come through because they are us. They're altars of us, right? An altar that was programmed a long time ago, or, you know, millions, whatever, however long ago. So that's why the light is trying to get all of our altars, or all of our clones, or all of our whatever beings are out there doing the bad stuff, the bad work, right? They're trying to collect them all, and actually, you know, turn them against the dark. Oh, so listen. So after when that happened, I picked up my cards and I cleansed them. I called on Sophia and had her transmute my cards and all that. And then I heard a freaking dog run past my window, and there's no dog. Like, I have a fenced-in backyard, so I'm like, why is there a dog? It sounded like a big dog too, like running, as it was running. And I immediately thought hellhound, and I was like, what the hell is this now? Why is there a hellhound outside my window? Why did I hear? What is that now? Okay, so now I'm gonna add the audio from last night when I was outside late at night doing my, taking pictures of the ethers. So listen to this. Hey guys, it's Bianca Sophia. I'm just hopping on because I was just like out front taking, doing my pictures and stuff. And I heard, this car was driving by on the opposite other road. And I heard a thump and then this dog going like, crying out. And I think the car slowed down, but it didn't even turn around to check like on this poor dog that it just hit. So I need to go fucking down there and check on it. It's so fucked up. People are so fucked up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Seriously. I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna talk as I walk, I guess. Hold on. Oh shit, you guys. You know what I just remembered? And it was a video for tomorrow, but there was a dog like in my backyard, and I have a gated backyard, and I don't have a dog, so I don't know why there was a dog right behind my window, because I have my windows open so the air can come in and I can the screen just it keeps it fresh so it's not all stuffy in there. And I had it open for tonight, and it's just weird how I heard that dog and it sounded like a dog was running. Well, you'll hear Michael. I'll talk about it tomorrow because I'm putting it up tomorrow. But he basically told me it was a fucking hellhound. I'm like, what the fuck? There's hellhound? There's a real thing? He's like, yes. But we'll touch on that tomorrow. So now I'm kind of worried to go over there. What if that's that damn hellhound? Because that car didn't even see the dog, and I didn't see that. Why was a dog there anyway, in the middle of a road? You know what I mean? See, I don't know if this is a trick now. Fuck. I don't hear any crying or anything. See, this is weird, you guys. I feel like I should not go. No, okay, they're telling me not to go. Jesus, what the fuck, man? This is crazy. Okay, well, I guess I'll just put this on the video for tomorrow. Because, yeah, Lord have mercy. This shit is just too much. Okay, now we're gonna go on to this morning's voice recording, which is going to attach to that first recording where I was talking about Michael L's feelings and his humanity and all that. This is all just crazy, right? But so good, so good. I'm jumping on to talk about what happened last night, and I still don't know what the fuck happened last night, but it's I'm okay. I'm not it's weird. And this happened the other day too, when I was when I was feeling pain, and not because it's no one's fault. It was just we're human, and sometimes we can't be positive all the time, and no matter what, it's I felt letting feelings out, crying, but then something stopped me, this. It's it was Michael L. He was not letting me feel sad. He's not letting me cry. He's like, no, I'm not gonna let you be sad. I'm not gonna let you cry anymore. You know what I mean? So I thought that was odd. And I don't know if he got in trouble for that or what happened, because I don't know. It was really weird, you guys. I don't know. Because I was crying in regards to missing him. He was there and everything, but I still miss him. You know what I mean? Because I'm not physically with him, right? So I was just this whole thing is just getting so damn confusing, right? So I don't know if the higher dimensionals are okay, this might be causing more harm than good, right? He's spending too much time with her. Because last night I was in the I take baths every day, at least once a day. Detox baths, especially with what's going on right now. So last night, I felt so much pain. I felt so much pain in my heart, and I don't know why. I don't know why, and I was like, this is not my pain. I don't understand what this pain is. And So this is where it gets a little weird. It's always weird, isn't it? But it's like, it's good shit, right? So I heard in my head, and I actually posted this song last night on Facebook, a song from the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack, and I love that whole soundtrack. Is so good, and I haven't listened to it in years, and like listened to the whole thing last night, and it was just like, I don't know if that's like, there's so many songs in there that just not trauma, okay, triggered past life memories or something, you know? Because remember, it's like, it's so weird how the script is flipping, right? Like those same songs were used, or not those exact songs, but you know, songs that are out there in the world are also there to trigger our alters and to trigger trauma responses, right? But this was different. This was like, it's like, I don't know, it's like, so now some of the same songs that used to have a negative effect on me, because I went back and looked, but now it's like they're having a completely different like effect on me. They're unlocking stuff. They're unlocking memories, unlocking past lives, right? It's so weird. But apparently all that was done on purpose. So it was like, apparently when you get to a certain timeline, that's when stuff from the bad goes to good. That makes sense? Like, so like normally the things that would trigger you, and I'm talking about like MK Ultra, you know, sleepers and slaves. So like basically what I'm saying, like, so like, you know, the celebrities, how, and we probably are in the same type of trauma or programming, I'm sorry, with the whole, you know, Alice in Wonderland and all the Disney movies, right? All those movies, Wizard of Oz. Apparently what's going to happen are those movies, like when those certain people get on this timeline, those movies are not going to trigger them anymore. It's going to unlock it's going to do the reverse. It's going to unlock memories. It's going to unlock past lives. It's going to unlock their memories of these traumas. And that is crazy if you think about it. This is blowing my mind right now. So basically, just like with the super soldier thing, you know, they're going to it's basically transmuting. It's turning that back around, right? So the same movies that were triggering these slaves are going to now give them their memories. This shit is blowing my mind. So it was like really important for me to put that out there first of all. Because, you know, some of us fear watching that stuff or listening to that stuff, right? Because we're afraid that it's going to trigger, you know, one of the alters that just goes batshit crazy on the world. You know what I mean? We don't want that. I don't have any fear of that anymore. I'm just saying, you know, that there might be others out there that have a fear of that. So I'm trying to like let them know that there's no reason to have fear at all. Especially if you're stating your sovereignty every day. Okay, sorry about that. So but this is what's happening apparently. So like Michael has been spending a lot of time with me, and I guess it's having an effect on him. Like, and I made a video about this before. I'm sorry, I did make it, but I haven't posted it yet. That's like one that was like half finished, but I gotta put that up now. Definitely gotta put it up. Probably have to put it before this one. Shit, I don't know. I'll put it up after this, but know that was done weeks ago. You know, and I thought it weird that like Michael was also like spending less time with me, you know, during the day, like he was not there. And then last night, remember I told you when I'm in the bath, my psychic powers are increased. When I'm in the water, any type of water, my psychic abilities go through the roof. So that's when I can connect with him the best, is when I'm in the bath. But last night it was like, I put that song on, that video, right? It was on that song "Kissing You," but in the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack, okay? And I felt all this emotion flooding into me, and just a lot of pain, right in the heart. I was like, "What is this now? What is this? Is this ever end? Is this ever gonna end?" And I know there's a lot of cleanup still, apparently, right? And it's weird. It's like the heart pain is different. It's like, okay, you know how when you're in heartbreak, you have like this, it feels like you're being stabbed in the heart, right? But like where your heart is. This pain is like the higher heart. Like it's up, like across my shoulders, like from shoulder to shoulder, all the way across. So the higher heart area, like where your throat and your heart connect. Isn't this crazy? That's where the pain is. It's like I don't feel that pain below that anymore. I feel this heart pain above that. So it's like the higher heart. Okay. I hope I'm making sense. So, I don't know if it, like Sophia or Faith was there. It's like I'm feeling more of my divine feminine, like the Faith, that Archangel Faith part of myself, like helping me through stuff a lot lately. And I heard I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. And Faith saying like he doesn't think you're strong enough. Or not like that, but he's not. That's not what he was thinking. That's what she wanted me to think he was thinking, so I could send him away and like be like, listen, I'm strong enough to be okay without you for a while, It's so crazy how these guys are. Like it's like they say stuff to each other because they know what will work to help them, right? And they've been doing this to both me and my twins as well. I know this. Like in weird ways, like ways that you wouldn't even get, like shit, I don't know. I'm trying to think how to say this. Okay, so like so say I wrote up this long letter or whatever, right? And I send it to one of my masculines, right? But like I never wanted to send it to my masculine, right? Or like half of it wasn't even written by me. Like it was like one of the it was actually their higher self that wrote it. Like their like Michael or Halel or Michael wrote it, right? Oh man, because they know they're familiar with these memories more than I am, right? Okay. So like they'll do stuff like that because they know it'll unlock a memory within the masculine that I sent that to, right? Okay, so that's just one little an example of one thing I could say, right? But apparently it's like many things that are happening that are doing this. So what's happening is like it's like Michael's feeling like more and more and more of what his masculine human versions are feeling, right? And he's not doing well with it. he's not doing well with it. And I was like, listen, if you being here like a lot is like having a bad effect on you, or it's having any like negative effects on you as who you are, you need to go. Like you don't need to be here all the time. I'm fine. Like I can still, communicate with you through like telepathy and all this other stuff, right? And then I watched that video. I watched that kissing you video. And it's like he had me watch this specific video, and I fucking lost it when I watched it. Like, and he did too. He lost it. We both lost it because it like it was just like apparently there's a lot of stuff in that video that happened in this life, but also past lives or lives that we're living right now, right? So I keep having to like remember that he's multidimensional, so he's feeling all of these lives, and it's probably hard for him to stay down here and experience all this pain, right? Again, I know it's crazy, right? And the pain I felt coming from him was just like unbearable. I couldn't even take it. I'm like, this is because I could feel it like burning off of him, if that makes sense. Like it was like burning. The pain was burning off of him and into me. And Faith's like he needs to go home for a while. He needs to it's not healthy. It's not good for him to stay here for too long because something
I bet you could guess what would happen if you were to stay too long, right? It's crazy, you guys. I was like, listen, just go home and get yourself like back to you, and then come back when you're like strong again, right? Like this, because you guys, we have to like remember that yes, we are ascending, right? But our higher aspects are descending, right? So it's like and what I was talking about in the other video that I'm going to post after this one is we never look at it from their point of view. We have to look at it from our higher self's point of view too. You know what I mean? We can't be selfish and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna look at it from this perspective." But that's another thing I'm doing all the time is like trying to see it from their perspective, right? Like from a higher up. But I'm trying to also look at what negative effects they could be going through if they are down here too long, if that makes sense, right? Because they're descending as we're ascending, so they have to come down to meet us, right? To merge with us. But it's like if he has a lot of sick masculines still, you know, that are, because remember, he's like the most fractalized angel. So if he has a lot of sick aspects out there still, and then remember, those aspects all have freaking clones and cyborgs and all this other shit, right? So he's got a lot. He's got a lot. He's got a lot on his plate. You know what I mean? I feel bad for him. I really like send him like extra love and strength and stuff because I don't know. It's like, but if anyone can handle it, he could. He can. You know. It's like this. What he's going through right now. Like the human versions of them are like just preparing him for that, right? To gain all the strength that he's going to have to when he has to descend back down here again, because this just goes around and around, right? It's like. Because if they're from the future, coming back to the past, or descending, and like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's like the whole time thing, and the timeline's bleeding through, and like, and he takes on more. He's taking on extra. He was taking on extra because he doesn't want his math. He wants all of his human aspects to ascend, right? He doesn't want any of them to suffer or get left behind, or so to speak. You know what I mean? So he's trying to like transmute. I think he's trying to transmute more than he could like handle. He's just like me. I'm trying to help everybody. Like our human versions are the same way. We're always trying to help everyone else. Maybe before we're helping ourselves, and that's one of our problems. Is we are a people pleaser. We try to like we want to make sure everyone else is healthy and good before we are. So that's, like I said, sometimes that's not such a good idea, right? We're supposed to make sure we're okay first, and then we help everyone else, because then we are no good to the people around us, right? So I basically said, listen, just go, I'll be fine. And I've been fine. But last night when he was there, the pain was like, oh God, it was really, really too much. And Sophia came in to just be with me for a while, and she was basically telling me, this is after he left. She's like, he is so worried about leaving you alone. And I'm like, why? I'm fine, you know? He's like, well, he feels like if he leaves you and if he's not there, that you'll feel like he doesn't love you or something. I'm like, that's not like that's like crazy. That's like 3D stuff, right? She's like, exactly. She's spending too much time down here, and it's having a negative effect up there, right? And it's reverberating out, right? So, and so I was relaxing and listening to the music and all, and and she's like, yeah, a lot of the past lives that you have together, or the other lives that you're living right now, that aren't the ones that aren't healed yet, or aren't closed yet, or because some of these timelines aren't going to be closed. They're not supposed to be closed, right? They're supposed to be there, or they're not supposed to be healed yet, or something. I don't know, collapsed yet. Like there's still reason they're open. That's what I'm getting. So that video, I might as well share why it's that this video like really had an effect on both of us. I had it wasn't a dream, it was a vision. It was after it was actually after multiple dreams I had of my divine masculine during after the twin flame activation. And I started seeing our past lives, some of our past lives, or the lives that we're living now, in other time spaces or whatever. One of them was, I can't tell you the time, I can't tell you the space, like I don't know. I don't even know if it was here on Earth, it could have been, I don't know. But wherever we were, I was a princess, and he was he worked for my father he was a knight, right? He was a part of the court, and my father was the king, and he was like a knight of the court, of my father's army or whatever. I know, it's crazy. And I was betrothed to someone else, right? Someone I didn't love. And me and my twin were sneaking around, like, all the time. Like, every day, all day, we were sneaking around. And I guess we were just young and in love and just thought that we were untouchable, right? That nothing would ever happen. And eventually, like, as the years went by, like, then we started being more careful. But apparently this someone is still in our lives. This person that ratted us out in that life is still is here in this time space now, trying to fuck us up again, which is crazy. Isn't that crazy how it follows you from life to life to life to life to life? Yeah, this karmic energy was responsible for basically both of our deaths. So what happened was, I'm not going into details about that whole life, but I might in another video because it was really interesting. But the end, what happened was, like I said, we were sneaking around and making love all over the place. And I don't know what made us go into the castle and into my bedroom and do it. I don't know why. It was like we did it outside most of the time, but like this time we did it inside. And that's actually one of the first flashes I was shown was I was inside this huge, beautiful castle. I was looking outside on these beautiful, beautiful grounds. And then I was inside a bedroom, and it was my bedroom, I guess, the princess's bedroom. And I heard the door opening, and I looked over, and I walk in, and my twin flame's with me, and I'm like pulling him into the room and then shutting it. And we had some fun in the bed. And then we got up and we're looking out the window or something. And then we ended up back in bed again or something. I'm trying to remember, because I wrote that down a long time ago, but it's been a while. Then the next thing you know is the door opens, and it's like these like other knights coming in and like arresting him for treason or whatever. And I already knew what that meant immediately when it happened. Like, my heart, like, broke immediately because I already knew what was going to happen to him. And there's nothing I could have done to stop it. And he did, too. It's like we were both, like, heartbroken in that moment. And, yeah, he lost his life for that, in that life. And it was really traumatic for both of us. And then I spiraled, like, down in that life pretty fast. And, sorry if I'm saying a lot, but this is like a story. It's like hard for me to talk about. It's just because especially last night, like feeling his pain from that life. I don't know. I ended up killing myself, committing suicide. Like right after he lost his life, I ended up. And I used my father's sword, too, to do it. Kind of like a fuck you to my parents, Fuck you, Mom. Fuck you, Dad. Like, you stole the love of my life, so I'm gonna bounce, and I'm gonna use your own weapon to dip out of this bitch, Oh, my gosh. So, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. It's like that freaking video Kissing You. Watch it. Go watch Kissing You, Romeo and Juliet, and you'll see like there's like a knight and like an angel, like that. She's dressed up like an angel, and he's a knight, and it's like, and you know how Romeo and Juliet ends, right? It's like it just triggered that memory. Like, excuse me, hold on, I'm not even a cigarette. Hold on a second. And it was just more confirmation that my twin is Michael L, because in that vision and in my many visions of and going to try to remote view that life, which I've done before to see more details of it, it's not Michael L, it's my twin A. He's the person that's there. So I thought it was really interesting how Michael L is having this sadness for that life, right, of having to go through that trauma, both of us. He was that night, right? So they were both that night. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's more confirmation for me. So I was just relaxing in the bath with Sophia, and I was calm, and I was fine. As soon as he left, I didn't feel pain anymore. It was weird. He was really, like, I could even hear him crying and almost, like, screaming in pain. Like, so after a while, I was like, I don't feel him anymore at all, Sophia. Like, she's like, okay. Are you gonna be okay with that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It's just weird because I could always feel him and then I couldn't, right? And she's like, this is being done for a reason. I'm like, okay. So she said, but if you try really hard, you could, become aware of him. And listen, I said, oh, I'm just curious. So I did that, right? I tried really hard to become aware. And it was like, it was a mess up there, you guys. Like, he's going through a lot of shit up there, I'm telling you. It was, he was like, I don't even know how to describe it. Hold on. All these freaking loud ass trucks drive by at the same time, He was having a fucking, like, nervous breakdown up there. I swear, you guys. And I was like, is this for real? Like these archangels can have, like nervous breakdowns? And I'm thinking they probably can, because I know I could, right? And I know I still do when I'm, like, connecting with my higher selves. Like, things get really weird sometimes, right? And then Sophia did mention, she's like, you think archangels don't have feelings, but they do. They have feelings just like you. They have desires just like you. It's not like they're, and she said, it's not like they're anything more than you are. They're your equal. She said, she kept saying that last night. She's like, they're your equal. So just because they're not in 3D, she goes, you think when you get to 5D, there's not going to be any more pain? Like, you think it just stops? No, it's not true at all. You have to still learn, don't you? And I don't even think the archangels they're not, like, hanging out where they usually do. Like, their home is 13th, 14th, and 15th dimension. It's like they don't go all the way up there because they can't right now or something. Because if they did, they wouldn't be able to come back down all the way to us again. And remember, they're starting the descension process so they can help us ascend, right? So, I don't know, maybe, I think they're hanging out in 7. Doesn't that, seventh heaven. This shit just blows my mind. So, I became aware, I guess, of the 7th heaven, of that 7th dimension. And, it's like every single brother we have was holding him. All of them. And they're like, Michael, calm down. And he was, like, screaming and shit. It was like, and I was like, as soon as I became aware of that, I was like, I stopped. I like, okay, I don't want to become aware of that. I don't want to see that. Like, I was like, really hard for me to see. And Sophia's like, I told you. She's like, just leave him be. He'll be all right. And I was like, well, can I communicate with him at all, like, now or what? She's like, no. She's like basically blocking me from doing that. So she's like, I guess if you must, if it depends on what you're gonna say. Like, I need to know what you're gonna say to him, or what you. And I was like, I just want to let him know I'm fine, and I'm gonna be fine. Like, I feel like he's worried about all that shit. He's worried. And she's like, you're right, he is. I was like, well, can I just tell him that I'm gonna be okay? I'm like fine without him. She's like, okay. So it took a while to talk her into all that. So as soon as I connected with him, he was like, he went from like going crazy to calm. I calmed him down. I was able to calm his ass down like really fast. He was like going from a screaming lunatic to chill, you know. And then when I came like back to my awareness here, Sophia was like, she was impressed. I don't know how or why, but she's like, I'm very impressed. That was she's like, I'm actually glad. I'm really glad I let you do that. It's like she knows all, she sees all and everything, but like because she was with me, I don't know. It's like she's one of those that doesn't want to look into the future. I mean, she does if she has to, but she's very in the present moment. You know, she's not one to go searching like we are. We're always searching. We want to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what time it's going to happen. Is it going to be cold out? Is it going to be hot out? Is it going to be raining? You know, we want to know everything. She's not like that. She just goes with the flow of the cosmos. And because she is the flow, you know what I mean? She is the flow of the cosmos. So yeah, these archangels are having to heal too, apparently. Their higher aspects. Our higher aspects are having to heal too, because what's happening is that when they're descending down into us, their memories are coming back too. So it's like they're awakening too. They're having memories return as well. And then, so they have to go through it kind of again, you know? And I guess it's pretty painful for them too. It's so weird, isn't it? It's like as we're awakening, they're awakening too. Because you have to understand, when you ascend that high, you don't lose, but your awareness of all that stuff is gone. Like, you don't, like, I remember having a flashback of dying in one of the lives, whatever that life was. Hey, it could have been this life we're talking about right now, where I killed myself. No, it wasn't, no, because I remember, like, I died first, and that life I had been living, this flashback, it couldn't have been the same life, because, okay, so in this life I'm talking about, I was really upset, and I guess I died in a traumatic way, right? And like, I remember people being around screaming and crying, and then I was like floating away, and the pain was really bad at first, but then as soon as I started floating up, the pain started going away, and so did the memory of that life. It's like the memory, the higher you go up, the memories start to fade, like to where it's completely gone as you're going up to be recycled back into this shithole, right? It's like you get to be free of that pain for a little bit before you have to come back again. And I don't know how long ago that was. That could have been millions of, it could have been like a completely different time space. It could have been the future. I don't know. But I'm trying to explain, like, when you go up and up and up and up, you go, it's like you disconnect from those lives. You don't have to feel the pain of them. So our higher selves coming down to us, it's activating them too. They're remembering. So they have to be careful. They have to be careful not to fall, right? These angels cannot fall again. So that's what I'm basically trying to get at. So, like, we're on a timeout right now. Like, I don't feel him, I don't see him, I can't hear him. But Sophia's like, last night she had a long talk with me. She's like, listen, this is also a test for you to see how you do without him, to see if you can be strong without him. And that if you do, you trust in the Divine Father, and do you trust in the Divine Mother, that everything's going to work out okay, right? It's like a test for me too, you know? So, I don't know, I just wanted to share that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop there, you guys, because this is it's over an hour again, and I really wanted to stay away from such long videos. But, yeah. It's just so interesting, isn't it? The whole, like, descension of them, like, they're coming down and we're going up. And it's like, we're both learning in this. I love it. So that's all. I love you guys. Shields up, swords up. Let's get it.